May 17th, 2009 was the day Marcus Notch Pearson had officially published Minecraft. As of the day of this video being published, Minecraft will turn 10 years old. I know it was in alpha and beta for 3 years or so, but the aforementioned date is Minecraft's official birthday. And Minecraft had become somewhat of a keystone in my childhood, as goofy as it sounds. Let me go back and explain my history. I wasn't introduced to Minecraft until maybe 2010, 2011 via my older brother Jack. I vividly remember him telling me that the game was for himself and himself only. Yet that didn't last for maybe about a month. My little brother Brock and I had gained access to his account and had created our own worlds. I didn't play on mine much, and I would oftentimes forget that I had a world made and would just make a new one. It wasn't until maybe 2012 or so that I started playing Minecraft a bit more. There's this one world that I had that I poured days into, and for a 4th grader that was kind of a big deal when you also had to juggle going outside to play with your neighbors and doing a whole page of basic math. It was an amateur's world with a basic wooden house that I would occasionally add rooms onto as I pleased. There weren't any farms to be seen. Everything was just disorganized. It wasn't the most spectacular world, but it was my world. I remember spending a whole day caving, and I'd found about 3 stacks worth of iron. That doesn't sound impressive now, and that's because it isn't. But my 9-year-old self thought I was next to finding a stack of diamonds, and I was ecstatic. The catch was that I had forgotten my way home, and I hadn't known about the concept of finding my cords. I ended up dying to a squadron of creepers ambushing me. And to say I was devastated would be an understatement. I had grand plans for that iron. I would make new armor, new tools and weapons, maybe construct a transcontinental railroad, and some other things that aren't coming to mind. And that all disappeared in an instant. I'm fairly certain I'd quit that world after that, being that I had no other recollection from it. There are a few more worlds after that one that I don't remember too well. However, 2013 to 2014 had seen the rise of a new era, creative battles. I had mentioned Brock earlier, my little brother. He and I just discovered creative mode and the endless possibilities it brought with it. And boy, did we play creative mode. We would do this little game where we'd each build a base and then have a little war to see whose base would crumble first, hence the name, Creative Battles. The only way we could play with each other is either A, we would play co-op on the Xbox 360, or B, we would alternate turns on the family computer. Brock and I weren't big fans of the Xbox, however. It had nothing to do with the console in particular, we just weren't big fans of it. But alternating on the computer was absolute chaos. We would each spend about 30 minutes to an hour making a castle or pirate ship or something of the like, alternate, and then do a battle of sorts. And our creations weren't the best. They weren't made for looks, but they weren't made for combat either. They were just creations we'd burn down shortly after making them. But it was fun. We'd enjoy ourselves bringing pure chaos onto each other's creations and then waiting for the next day to roll around for the next battle. However, these battles were some of the last interactions between me and Minecraft for a while. I was going into middle school, and it was time to fit in with the rest of the crowd. August of 2015 had introduced me to a brand new social climate, middle school. A lot of my friends from elementary school had gone off to different middle schools in our district, and it was time for me to make some new friends. That meant I had to unconsciously drop some old habits and hobbies, as well as adapt some new ones. And one of my interests that had bitten the dust was Minecraft. 2014 and 15 had seen a surge of Minecraft Let's Players, with people like popular MMOs, Sky Does Minecraft, Captain Sparkles, to name a few. Their style of content was aimed more for children being kids about 6 to 9 years old. I'm not bashing these guys for making children's content, it's just not for me. But my thought process back then was that being interested in Minecraft would somehow mean that I also watched the Let's Players. And because it was middle school and everyone was making the terrible transition from child to adult, we all wanted to come off as mature as possible. And for me, that meant kicking Minecraft to the curb. I had developed a foul hatred for Minecraft. I had convinced myself that disassociating from Minecraft completely would somehow make me a more mature person than I really was. I was only 12 years old. I wasn't anywhere close to resembling an adult, but I felt like I needed to, in order to fit in. Now I say foul hatred because it wasn't real. I could try to tell myself it was legitimate, but that simply wasn't the case. I was able to regain connection with some of my elementary school friends via Skype, and my friend RJ had sort of gotten me back into Minecraft. It was the side of Minecraft that most people aimed to not be on, including myself. It was the group that only played on servers, played the mini games like Bed Wars and Hide and Seek. You know that side. The side that didn't quite play Minecraft the way it was meant to be, if you catch my drift. It's what many people would call the toxic side of the Minecraft community. But I didn't revisit Minecraft for long. I played it for maybe 2 or 3 months before reverting back to that awful mindset of joining the Minecraft hate bandwagon. Throughout middle school, my hatred for Minecraft had slowly tamed itself into an afterthought, but it was still present. My middle school career ended June 2018, and I had walked out with a decently sized group of friends. Yet I can almost guarantee that my hatred for Minecraft had nothing to do with it. Over the summer, I mainly kept in contact with 2 friends, Zach and Damien. They both had Minecraft, and they would both occasionally play it while I was in a Discord call with them. I would still keep in touch with RJ and his group of middle school friends. And his group of friends would also play Minecraft. My hatred started to very slowly boil away. And then in a short amount of time, November had rolled around. It was a late Friday night. I was in a Discord call with Zach and we were just talking. He had brought up that I should get Minecraft, to which I told him that my old account wasn't worth bringing back from the dead. I would have tried to contact my older brother Jack, but he was in college, most likely having more important matters to deal with rather than a Minecraft account. But after some more convincing, and $26.95 later, I was in possession of my own Minecraft account. I had named it Gamer_Gamerson, a silly and meaningless name, but a name nonetheless. Zach had made a realm for himself, Damien and I. It was a trial, so we knew it wasn't going to last. Our goal was to reach the end, which he unfortunately couldn't achieve in the short time of 30 days. I had then made a trial realm, and we had the same goal in mind. Yet we ended up abandoning the realm in favor of using a free server. We made 3 servers, trying to see which one would stick. The one we're using currently is from a service called Server.pro, and it's fun, very fun. The crew on this server is Brock, Zach, Damien, and myself. We had all gone through the pains of losing everything to an unseen pit of lava. We had all gone through the hassle of having to relocate bases. We had done it all. But we also hadn't. We hadn't gone to the end. We were all caught up in trying to rob each other of our goods. But that didn't matter. We were having fun. You might be asking yourself, what does this all mean? What story do these poorly retold memories hold? Well, I'll start with a bit of a story. The week prior to this had been pretty emotionally taxing. I'll spare most of the details, but it can be summed up pretty quickly. I was getting caught up in the moment for a lot of stuff that really didn't matter. We've all gone through a stage like that. That's just what humans do. Anyways, I booted up Minecraft one day just to play it. I wanted to get my mind off an argument I had with a close friend. None of my other friends were on, and usually the only time I'd play Minecraft is when they were on, so we could mess around on our server. As I played, I was introduced to things I would have never cared to explore while on with Zack and Damien. New mechanics and blocks had brought on a sudden interest to me. As I continued to play, C418's masterfully composed score had slowly faded in and out, as it had become famous for. Songs like Sweden, Danny, Dry Hands, Clark, Subwoofer Lullaby, Key, and Wet Hands had gone through their usual routine. As each song played, I was brought back to the first time I logged on to Minecraft back when I was 8. I was brought back to that basic wooden house that I added rooms onto as I pleased, with no farm in sight and everything in disgusting disorganization. I was brought back to when Brock and I would construct fantastical bases, knowing that at least one of them wouldn't be standing in an hour's time. I was brought back to when I developed a foul hatred just to fit into a group of friends that most likely didn't care if I liked Minecraft. I was brought back to when I was naive and innocent and didn't know any better. C418's music has a certain magic to it. I don't know much about music, but his way is like no other. Intentional or not, he was able to create something that would capture moments from years ago and able to recreate them in crystal clarity, almost like an old friend retelling forgotten stories. As I logged off to go to bed, I thought back on those magical tunes, on those simple textures painted on each block, on the simple mechanics that made the game function. I thought back on how perfectly they held memories for years and then told them to me again. I'm sure you're expecting me to say that I started crying over how great the past was, and that now it's just so hard and complicated, but I'd be lying. As of uploading this video, the school year is about to end, and I don't really have anything on my hands except a lot of free time. I would also be lying if I told you that Minecraft is a good game. Minecraft is one of the best games that I have ever played, and it's great to see it turn 10 years old and continue to be relevant. Happy 10 years, Minecraft.